Well, hello, my friends. I hope that your week has been fantastic and you have awesome plans for your weekend. You check your investment accounts every quarter. But when's the last time you checked your home's value? For most people, their home is their largest asset, and yet it tends to be the least monitored. Look, you receive quarterly statements just like this 4 times a year for things like your stocks, your retirement accounts, and your investment portfolios. Those statements will show things like current value, performance, gains, and losses. There's visibility, there's awareness, and there's strategy. But what about your home? Most people tend to do a few things. Maybe they just guess their value, or randomly check Zillow, or don't look at it at all for years. But the problem with not monitoring, if you're not tracking your home's value, you're making decisions in the dark. Let me show you what I mean. There are missed opportunities in not tracking your home's value. Things like timing a sale, leveraging equity you may or may not even know you have in your home, refinancing, maybe that's going to be applicable at some point, or of course, planning a move. The market is constantly shifting, even when the headlines are quiet. What's happening right now in your specific neighborhood can oftentimes be remarkably different than what's happening across the nation or even across the state. It's called a micro trend, and it's micro communities like yours where you need to know what's happening right there rather than what's happening in Texas or New York or just in the United States in general. It's that important. We offer something called a home equity checkup, and what it includes is, just like on your statements, the current estimated value based on real data, not on some crazy algorithm. What's selling right now, and by now I mean not 6 months ago, but 30, 60, 90 days, and how your home compares to active homes on the market, homes currently for sale, and most importantly, what direction the market is going. Is it going up, down, staying flat? What's the trend in your neighborhood for your home right now? Data just like you would receive on your quarterly statement for your other investments. Now, sometimes this isn't just about curiosity or even strategy. There are moments when knowing your home's value is critically important. I'm talking about something called a stepped up basis, also known as a date of death valuation. When a person passes away and they hold property, the moment the death occurs, the value resets to the market value at that time. This can significantly reduce capital gains exposure, which is why it's so important. For example, if your loved one passed away and they owned a property and they had purchased it many years ago for, say, $500,000, at the time of death, it's worth $1.5 million. If you have a stepped up basis, a date of death valuation showing that it is worth $1.5 million, and you sell the property close to the time of death, your capital gains exposure is pretty much zero. That's because you have that new valuation. So rather than paying capital gains on a gain from $500,000 to $1.5 million, the gain is really still just flat at $1.5 million. And if you were to hold the property for a few years and now maybe it's worth $2 million and you go to sell it, once again, you're not going to be taxed on a gain from $500,000 to $2 million. You'll be taxed on a gain from the date of death valuation of $1.5 million to the time you sell it at $2 million. So it's a $500,000 exposure rather than a $1.5 million exposure, which is a significant savings. But here's the catch. It has to be documented and supported. So that means you need to reach out to a professional appraiser, and sometimes even a realtor can do this. I've done this many times for my clients, and we're also able to go back in time. If you didn't get that date of death valuation when your loved one passed away, and it's been a number of years, it's possible to go back in time and still determine its value. An appraiser can do that, and a qualified agent can do that as well. Part of my job isn't just helping you buy or sell, it's helping you understand and track one of your biggest assets over time. Whether you're planning a move or not even close, it still matters. If you've never done a home equity checkup, it's a smart place to start. I'm happy to put one together for you. No pressure. just clarity and data. Because when you treat your home like an investment, you can make smart decisions. All right, as usual, scroll through this email to find ways to search new homes, existing homes, check out your home's value. Check us out on Google. You know what to do there. Better yet, you're already on my YouTube page. Hit the subscribe, hit the bell button so you'll always be notified of new content. And better yet, like and share this video with a friend. And you know we've always got you covered for this weekend's open houses at both our own fabulous listings and those in the area. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Take care.